Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! That fan flip. Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Na. There's no business like show business like YouTube business like beauty guru business. I know. The album, the beauty, what did I call it back in the day? The drama opera of 2020. When it's coming, just get ready. Ready? Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, with choreography as well. Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, Manny MUA, Nikki Tutorials, James Charles, hi sisters, Laura Lee, subscribe. Patrick Star in the house. Raw Beauty Christie. She gets the shoulder. This is the Broadway shoulder for Raw Beauty Christie. All right, let's get into this video. Before I do, let me put a little bit of lip gloss on for y'all. I know everything looks a little bit prettier with some Lunar Beauty Celine lip gloss. I've gotten so many messages about this stuff. People are like, I've been ordering that. I love it. See, I tell you guys the truth. I do. Okay, the other day I did my top 12 best purchases of 2020, and yes, this made it on there. Today, on my review channel, is the countdown of the 12 days of Christmas. So I'm doing 12 days of giveaways, starting over there today. And the first video that I did over there is, well, I was gonna do 12 days of Starbucks secret mini drinks, but today, it was a fail. It was a total fail, and you'll see if you go watch the video. So I did review something from Starbucks today, but it wasn't a secret menu drink. Okay, now I have been doing this thing on my cameos that I kind of introduced them over there. I'm having so much fun with the cameos, by the way. So if you're looking for a special Christmas present for somebody, a cameo for my, yours truly would be something that, wouldn't that be so much fun? Okay, so anyway, so I've been doing this on the cameos. Okay, now listen. Okay, we want to put our frowns upside. Turn your frown upside. You're sitting there laying in bed, okay? You're eating out of a bag of chips and you're drinking a Diet Coke. What has become of your life? Seriously, stand up, at least sit on the edge of the bed, okay? Can you at least sit on the edge of the bed, please? Okay, it's the Christmas season. Now, I have this video I'm playing on my YouTubes over there while I'm doing all kinds of this stuff, work, work and such. I've been playing this video. It's 8 hours of Christmas music. It's called something like Christmas Music from the Other Room or something like that. My husband leaned over and he goes, are you playing Christmas music? I said, of course, it's the Christmas season. Okay, so let's go like this. Ready? Now, this is like we're in choir in the 3rd grade. I see you out there, okay? Just walking around acting like you're not seeing. Stop. Stop, turn your frowns upside down. Okay, now you're gonna put your hands like this. Now you don't wanna touch your thumbs. If you touch your thumbs, you get a straight up F, okay? And then that means you fail out of choir, okay? Here we go. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to come. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it. Glow, Frosty the Snowman, na. Chestnuts, roasting on a slice. Chestnuts roasting on. You guys are like, he has literally lost his mind at this point. You know I have. I've lost my mind to the Christmas spirit. All right, let's get into this drama at 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Today we're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill and her secret, mysterious launch that she's gonna have. Okay, now I gotta kind of give Jaclyn Hill a little bit of a hard time, first of all, before we get into this. The other drama is about Shane Dawson and some things that I noticed on his Reddit thread. We're gonna talk about that, some secrets about Shane Dawson. But did y'all see this thing that Jaclyn Hill did the other day? So she took her Instagram story, and by her Instagram story I mean her phone, and she recorded going into the Jaclyn Cosmetics offices. I thought it was very, very interesting. First of all, the offices are beautiful, and she was showing that she has this like beautiful couch. It doesn't look like a whole lot goes on in those Jaclyn Cosmetics offices. I don't know. Are these new offices? I'm very confused, okay? But she brought her dogs with her, and Lolly and, you know, all that. Cute, cute dogs, right? But they're just like hanging out on the couches, and she's laying around. This is where I think... And I'm not trying to be super critical of Miss Jaclyn, okay? But this is where I think Jaclyn visualizes, and hey, this is great. You know, I just got done doing the book Magic by Rhonda Byrne. She's the one that talked about the secret, you know, the law of attraction. I'm all about the law of attraction, okay? But I think that Jaclyn is real into like visualizing what a CEO looks like instead of actually doing the work that a CEO does. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, okay? And there's even a point where Jordan, her boyfriend, is like sitting behind this desk, and he's like, and this, and kind of making fun of like what she'd be like. All I have to say is, I don't know if this is a working office or what it is. There was somebody in there, an assistant of Jaclyn's. I think she's got 15 assistants or something like that. There was an assistant in there taking phone calls, and the dog was in there, and Jaclyn put on it something like, bring your daughter to work day or whatever. Then they go into this room that I think is Jaclyn's office, and it had like this bar thing on it, like this table, and I was like, Jaclyn, you need to get in there. And now she said that she hires people to clean her house. She needs to hire people to clean her office as well, okay? Because it was dusty. It was and I'm just saying, okay? If I noticed it, I know somebody else had to notice it too. Now, I'm not saying that's where you manufacture your stuff, but I'm just saying, girl, okay? You wouldn't want to get none of that dust up in your makeup wearers. I'm just saying, okay? Because you don't need people coming for you again. I'm trying to be a good Judy, okay? I'm trying to be a good Judy and just tell you that you need to go back and dust that stuff, okay? Because I saw that table. Now, Jaclyn, you might think that I'm just making this up, but you go into your office tomorrow, okay? And you go over to that green tall table that you got over there, okay? Kind of by the couch, because she just wanted this place to look beautiful, which it does. But anyway, so Jaclyn's got this release coming out, okay? Supposedly on Valentine's Day. Now, we're going to go in here, we're going to read the Beauty Guru Reddit and what it has to say about all this, okay? I noticed that this came up on her Instagram story, and she put this thing up here. I think it may be on her, anyway. So here, I'm going to post it for you. Got to find it, first of all. It's just a box, here it is, and it says Jaclyn Cosmetics Valentine's Day Capsule, okay? So, Jaclyn Hill teases a potential Valentine's Day launch. Now, I have to tell you, when I saw this, I was like, okay, capsule? Like, my immediate thought was like, is she releasing like a vitamin? Vegemita vitamin? Do you guys remember that from Lucille Ball? I Love Lucy back in the day, Vegemita vitamin. I think every drag queen in the world has done that skit. But anyway, I used to love that skit. I couldn't watch it enough. I'd see it at pageants when they would do the Vegemita vitamin thing, and she'd just be, okay, anyway. If you haven't seen the Vegemita vitamin thing with I Love Lucy, turn it on your YouTube, because I'm sure it's up there and it's hilarious. But anyway, so I'm like, Jaclyn hasn't released anything, I don't believe, since the highlighters, you know? And it is interesting to me because Jaclyn will like, is she a makeup company or is she a merch company? Because, and I noticed that there was one comment in here about like what I was thinking was she releases things kind of like YouTuber merch. Like she doesn't release things like an actual makeup company. Like she doesn't have stock of the things that she's continued to release, okay? Now, mind you, not just the lipsticks, I'm not talking about that, but it's like the other stuff. It's like, it sells out and that's it. It's like all limited edition kind of stuff, right? Which I don't know many major brands of anything, makeup otherwise, that can be sustainable just having limited edition items one after another. I honestly cannot think of one brand, you know? Like, do brands like McDonald's have limited edition items? Sure. Do brands like Sephora have limited edition items? Sure, they do, you know? Do other makeup companies like MAC and things like that, which is much larger than Jaclyn Cosmetics, have limited edition items? Yes, of course they do, right? But to only sell limited edition items and then when they're gone, they're gone. And you know what's interesting is that on my review channel, and this is not just Jaclyn, on my review channel, I was going to go in and I was going to buy a lot of YouTuber products, like the Emma Chamberlain coffee, which actually I have to say, after looking at her website, I was super, super impressed with Emma Chamberlain's whole coffee line. It's expensive, it's real expensive, but she's got coffee cups and coffee, you can buy the whole set of coffee mugs for $75. She's got coffee bags. I mean, it's a really cool concept what she's got over there. But then I remembered that Philip DeFranco, you know, of the Philip DeFranco show, Don't you? I think he's so cute. Anyway, he had these hair products out, right? And I was like, oh, I wanted to buy those hair products. And so I went over there. You guys, they've been sold out forever. And like, if you go to his website, it's not like, it doesn't say anything like, we'll be back soon or anything. I mean, it's just sold out. And I started looking at a lot of these YouTubers and their products, and it was very, very similar. It was like, they sold out and it's kind of like they just gave up. Like, it was a one and done. And then I'm like, okay, so is it really that you care about your audience, that you're trying to, and I'm not saying this about any one person, because there were a lot of people that I noticed this about, but I'm like, is it about that, or is it just trying to make a lot of money off of this one sale? Like, it seems speculative to me that if you're actually running a company and you're starting to sell products like that, that you wouldn't continue to sell the products and restock them and say, well, they'll be back in 3 months or whatever. By the way, I have not made a Jeffree Star video in a couple of days, but I have received several emails from people talking about the conspiracy, mini conspiracy restock or something that people couldn't get back in the day, and they kind of just stopped addressing it. So I will be talking about that in a video sometime this week. I know people are overkill with the Jeffree Star stuff. Trust me, I am too. The man can't stay out of drama. So I was going to make a video about his new house, and then I was like, you know what? I cannot make a video dedicated to Jeffree Star today. I just can't. So it's interesting to me that Jaclyn does these, like, it's not that she has these products that are like mainstays, you know, that like she does with Morphe. Now with Morphe, that's a different story, but like with Jaclyn Cosmetics, she doesn't, and that's really interesting to me that she has these limited edition items that keep on, I don't know a company that could just, you know, stay on that. So I don't know, but she's got this product coming out. Now when I first saw it, I was like, is this a vitamin? What is this? Or is it considered like a capsule, like a bundle? And then I started reading under here, and people are kind of assuming that it's a bundle, I think. So let's see what people have to say. Someone said, I'm sure that will launch without a hitch. And someone said, if I had to give an award, okay. Then someone said, her last product launch did really well, you know? And like I've said this before, like people have been really, really hard on Jaclyn about the lipsticks. I've been really hard on Jaclyn about the lipsticks, rightfully so. She said she hired all these people to come in and find out what had happened with the labs. She never came back and said anything about it. She never addressed it, you know? So we don't really know what the end result was with that. She came back and apologized and basically said it was the worst time of her entire life. She put out a video, like, I think like a month or two ago, because I covered it on this channel, where it was like on her Instagram story. No, it wasn't a video. It was like captures from like the last 2 years on her Instagram story talking about how hard it was for her. You know, listen, I feel bad that Jaclyn had a horrible launch, but like the way to be a CEO in that situation, and I know people are going to be like, you're so hard. I don't feel like I can say anything critical about anybody anymore. I really don't, without people just eating me up and just spitting me out and being like, you're so cruel. I'm like so nice and easy to these people compared to like other people that are out there. I am so nice, and I give like really great feedback, I feel like sometimes, and people are like, you're so cruel. No, I'm not. She's a CEO of a company, okay? The way that a CEO of a company acts is you don't victimize yourself when other people have suffered and struggled as well, and then come out and be like, I've had the toughest 2 years of my life. I appreciate that. I appreciate that she was honest about that, but like, stand up tall, be a CEO, be a boss ass, what she called herself, you know, pick yourself up and let's go into new products. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I would respect that from her. So I'm excited about these new products coming out, about, you know, whatever. But I mean, the last product launch wasn't bad. Someone said, I haven't and don't plan on buying anything from her, but did anything go wrong with her highlighter launch? No, it was good. It was a good launch. I thought that went pretty smoothly. Someone said, I have the loose highlight lit and it's beautiful. Someone said her highlights were actually very beautiful. Bummed she made them limited edition. Raw Beauty Christie has talked about the palette many times and even tweeted her to make it a permanent, but I think she's eventually releasing different ones, she said. She said to Christie, she said, it's not coming back. She said, but I have other things in the works. She's always got other things in the works. It actually went very smoothly. I purchased several of the luminous powders, and people like really sang her praises with the highlighter. So it makes skin look airbrushed. I'm sad it's not available anymore, to be honest. Someone said hard agree in the luminous powders. I wouldn't have ever thought to buy anything from her after her series of disasters, but her stuff was 50% off at the Morphe store and goes on. Someone said it's really incredible. The highlighters apparently were really nice. I mean, people are singing her praises. Someone said, I'm guessing a red lipstick, a shimmer eyeshadow quad, and a mascara. And then someone said the most basic of romantic bundles. Someone said, it's crazy how people can be fooled over and over again. She's not a great person, has done very bad products. And she did one product that did not go well. Like one product, okay? And this is really part of my frustration with all of this. There are other people in the beauty industry that are YouTubers that have had many, many similar issues that people don't call them out or bring attention to it, you know? And I really do think that that is where many of us did a disservice to Jaclyn at that time. It's like, if we're going to focus on Jaclyn Hill, well, we better be focusing on everybody else that's been having this similar issues, right? With hairs in their palettes and their eyeshadow pans and, you know, blah, 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 and on and on and on. We better be talking about all of that if we're going to be talking about Jaclyn Hill, because this is basically, at this point, almost like she'll never be able to run away from it. You know what I mean? So it's like, she isn't the only one that should suffer. Okay, no, I don't want to leave a comment. It was... Someone said, I find it interesting that she only launches limited edition things, and in between launches, her business is just closed, ? I don't think I've ever seen another brand that has zero stock for months until the new collection. Seems like a horrible way to build repeat customers, but then again, if people are willing to, well, if you put out videos when you're doing that, that's a way to get them. Someone said it's very similar to how YouTubers do merch. Someone said it's like a pop-up shop online. Doesn't seem that unusual. She doesn't seem interested in building an empire. No, that's not true. She has acted like she wanted to build an empire. She's talked about it. Someone said, thanks but no thanks. I believe she still owes people their money from her first launch. And somebody says, I'm pretty sure they refunded anyone who purchased lipsticks. No, I think they refunded everybody that purchased the lipsticks. I think she did take care of that. And she actually handled that, I think, when she finally did in an impressive way. Someone said, I'm going to be silly here and guess it's actually capsules like supplements, but for Valentine's Day, it's repackaged. Okay. And then someone says maybe Tati would come back and make a video about, okay. And then it gets ugly. Someone said, so anyway, it's just a lot of people guessing. A foundation with a random, wait. Oh, good. Okay, people are saying stuff about the lipsticks again. I mean, that's what I'm saying. She'll never be able to hide from that, really. So I don't know. What do you think that's about? Like, what do you... This is what I think for... I know she's probably scared to death to release more lipsticks because of what happened before, and rightfully so. I totally understand that, right? And I know there are a lot of you out there that are like, you know what, I'm done with Jaclyn Hill, whatever. I mean, Jaclyn Hill, outside of the lipsticks, has a lot of issues, okay? I personally like Jaclyn. She reminds me of a few of my friends. She seems to be, I like that she takes care of her family. She and Jordan seem very happy to me. I think she went through hell and back in her last marriage. I think I'm impressed with how she did not come out and just spill everything. Hey, listen, as a person that's in recovery, okay, as addicts and alcoholics, we are a difficult crew to live with, okay, and nobody really knows what really happened behind the scenes with all of that, you know? So, but that being said, like, Jaclyn through the years, I mean, for her 10 years on YouTube or whatever at this point, has, like, recreated the truth. She lies and forgets her lies. She says things and then they're not true. She non-discloses constantly, okay, which I have huge issues with that. This whole non-disclosure thing that YouTubers do, and we just let them get away with it, and people are like, why is it that big of a deal? It's a law. Like, it's a big deal, you guys, okay? So those are things to me that it's like, there's a lot to focus there other than that, but I like Jaclyn, you know, and I wish her the best. I think she should come back and she should, well, now she is disclosing more about the Amazon stuff, the swipe ups that she's doing. But I do think that she should come back with another line of lipsticks. I think people were really, really excited about it. And if she had a great release with the second lipsticks, you know, I think that that would overpower the first one. People would joke about it. People would make a lot of jokes about it. But, you know, if she came back and she was real honest about it and said, you guys, you know what? Like, the first one was a complete fail. I know that. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. Like, she's already said those things. But this one's going to be better than ever. And come back and not release those lipsticks until she knows that they're the bomb. You know what I mean? And release those lipsticks and let people just, like, you know, eat their words to some degree. So, I don't know. That's what I hope for her. All right. The next thing I want to say is, oh my God, okay. So, this is the Shane Dawson Reddit thread. Now, I went over here just to kind of see what was going on because somebody had sent me a screenshot of here, it won't stop. Now, hold on a second. Garrett and Andrew in their podcast, Sweet Boys, and they're talking about, here, I'll read it to you, but that's not what I'm going to read on this thing. Okay, so they're reading this thing. It says, Garrett possibly hinting towards Shane's toxicity. A lot of people are looking for every little thing that could be possibly about Shane and all of these things. But what was interesting as I was reading through here, I don't personally, after I've watched that part of it, I don't know that I believe, I feel like it truly is a reach. That they're talking about. There's like tons of comments underneath here, you guys. People are saying, love how Shane makes fun of Andrew for talking out loud when he, okay, it goes on and on. People are like, someone says, wow, that clip with Andrew is quite telling. Yikes. Okay, and it goes on and on and on. And all these people say stuff. Shane, I'm such an empath. Also, Shane belittles a friend of his for something odd he does, because Andrew's talking about how he puts in AirPods and then he walks. It's like they flash back to this video that had been made before. They're talking a lot about how Shane talks to his friends. Shane talks like that to Ryland in a lot of the earlier videos as well. And we all know that he talks to Garrett like that all the time, basically belittling and making fun of his friends and the people around him is what this whole thread is about, which I thought that was really interesting. They even go on to say, somebody here says that's like high school bully behavior, ridiculously immature and inconsiderate, especially when you consider Shane loudly proclaims his own strange behaviors. He's making fun of Andrew and the thing, and they're kind of like talking about all that. But anyway, but then it flashes, somebody's put this clip together where it flashes back. People like to say Shane was joking, but like he wasn't. Andrew wasn't asked how he deals with stress. Or Andrew was asked how he deals with stress, and him and Ryland were genuinely answering the question. Shane makes a scene for no reason and makes Andrew feel ashamed for talking to himself. He always unnecessarily makes people uncomfortable for perfectly normal things, which I have witnessed that as well. I do feel like he talks to people in a very condescending, patronizing kind of way. And I noticed that long before any of this stuff came out, you know. That was part of my personal interaction with him. And when people ask me, like, where did things start falling for you? Well, he talked to me very much in a similar manner at one point. And it was when I was in Los Angeles. And I just was like, you know what? I don't really care for the way that you're talking. Like, it was very placating and it was very condescending, and I wasn't impressed with it, you know? And I don't like when people talk down to me. Talk to me like, you know, like, hey, we get each other. I don't know. It's a bad look. And when he did that, I was like, ding, 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 ding. This is like what I have heard you do to other people. And maybe it works for them, but it's not working for this one right here, you know? But what was interesting to me was that this Shane Dawson thread, which literally, you guys, used to be a thread of just people loving Shane Dawson and just these adoring fans. This is where, like, people think that he can come back, and maybe he can. There's, like, somebody in here says Shane will come back bigger. Well, it's underneath here called The Return of Shane Dawson, and somebody says he'll come back here bigger than ever and whatever. There's also this TikTok that somebody puts up. I don't know who this person is. Tracker Jacker King. It's this guy right here. And he shows Morgan's podcast, or not Morgan's podcast, Morgan's vlog, where Shane like dips in for a second. And he calls him out. And he's like, I know exactly what you're doing. Like, you're trying to get people used to you being on video. So many people are saying this right now. That Shane, through Ryland's podcast, you can hear him in the background, through Morgan's vlogs, just dip. I mean, he literally, it's like 2 seconds, is trying to make himself be seen in all of this so that when he comes back, it will be very, very natural, right? And what's interesting is, there was a whole thing on here, hold on a second, where it was talking about Ryland's return. I mean, you guys, it's literally one thing after another. The lies and manipulations of Shane Dawson. Shane and company and all these ghosts are making fun of that. Shane's Instagram fans are from a whole different universe. Shane was right, it just does get worse, and they're talking about like this whole like past characters that he used to do. Just my opinion on why Shane Dawson is inappropriate. Best, okay, and then it goes on and on. They talk about this. Anyway, it's just, you guys, it's so much. That he was imitating Garrett was his best content. Shane Dawson is trying to go. You guys, it is literally one thing after another. What did I want to say on here? Somebody says, what do you think he's going to try to do to redeem himself? They say it's genuinely curious, and they go on and they explain like what he does in the past. What's interesting down here is that someone said, to redeem, nothing. Probably going to keep up with this I'm sad manipulative thing. Someone said he's not going to do anything to address it. Someone said it'll be a brief redemption arc. Someone said, sometimes I get scared when these posts come around because I'm afraid we're giving him ideas. Someone says he doesn't need to do anything. Canceling doesn't exist. He's going to come back and get 10 million views per video again. And somebody responds and says, ugh, so frustrating. And I really do think that that's what's going to happen. I do think that he's going to come back and that he is going to just start posting videos again. And the people that love him will watch him and, you know, and will walk away. And I don't know. Do you think that's okay? Like, there's so many of you out there, I think, that are just completely done with him. And I think there are others of you that are like, you know, at this point even, like, just for me, like watching it and talking about it, it's kind of just like, at this point, you know. I will say that Shane, his dog that he had in his early career of YouTube, Charlie, just passed away. So I do want to send my condolences out for that. People don't really understand why I won't talk about certain things like that on here, you know. As somebody that just lost one of my dear pets a year ago, Pee-Pee the Flying Chihuahua, I'm not going to come on here and just rattle somebody's cage about something like that. I think that's cruel, and I'm not going to be that person, and I don't care. I'm just not. So sending my condolences out to you, Shane, and to Shane's mom for that, because Charlie apparently lived with Shane's mom. And so anyway, sad, isn't it? But let me know what you think about all of that. What do you think that Jaclyn's capsule is going to be for Valentine's Day? And tomorrow, get ready, because it's going to maybe be a Jeffree Star video tomorrow. Oh my God, can you believe it? It's been days. It's been days since I've done a Jeffree Star video. So I know I'm going through withdrawals too. You probably are as well. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having an amazing Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.